Hello everybody, welcome back to 10 Minute Reviews. I'm Jason, bringing you today's video. The Fuzzy Fur Missile is running around, and Freya. And yeah, as always guys, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. We appreciate any support you guys might want to give us. We're just a small little family channel. Me, the Fuzzy Ones, we just love to talk about books. Got a lot of books. And yeah, it's what we love to do. We're going to keep doing it no matter what. But again, please support us. Also, check the links down below for links to the book we're going to talk about today, any other applicable links, and by the way, thank you to our patrons. So today I want to talk about a series that I've talked about in the past, Luck's Voice number 6, book 6 by Daniel Schinhofen. This just came out, I want to say this month, or I just stumbled across it this month because I've got so many books to read. Luck's Voice. Daniel Schinhofen writes a lot of series, and I know for most of you guys there are different ones that you guys are huge fans of. For me, Luck's Voice is my favorite. It is absolutely my favorite. And it's funny because Daniel writes all these different series in mostly, fantasy or fantasy-esque type of books. This is kind of a cross between fantasy, and it doesn't have the isekai elements, but kind of a cross between fantasy and Old West. After all, the main character goes by Doc Holliday. And lit RPG, a lot of lit RPG elements. He's got stats, he's got abilities that he gets from the goddess. He's got the isekai elements coming in. But just overall, to me, the characters and the world are just, they're fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Some of his other books, also within the fantasy, are great. Some of them, amazingly enough, he's even got a series that I absolutely did not like at all. I think it was Dungeon Walkers. But the Luck's Voice, one of my favorite series. And book 6 does not disappoint. They all continue to just get better and better and better. And you definitely see some progression and growth for Doc. So in the last book, he had already moved on to another town, started making some allies, even started finding more about this world and more about the gods and goddesses. Obviously, Apoc is the main bad guy, the god that kind of controls everything and is the one that is bringing the darkness to the world. While Doc's mission is to bring light back to the world and the worship of Luck and the other, and Mother, which is basically Mother Earth, or almost like a Gaia analog, and bring worship and exposure back and try and bring these gods back. And in the last book, as he's developing these connections and these friends, such as with David, we even start drifting away a little bit, and we already know we have Luck. Now we hear about another god or goddess named Trade, which kind of makes a little bit of sense. And because these gods and goddesses definitely appear to be based off of concepts. We don't so much have the god of trees and the god of storms and the god of the sea and the god of the sky. We have the god of luck, the god of trade. It kind of makes a little bit of sense here. And as we go into this book, we've got some of the enemies that Doc has made, such as Strong Arm, putting more roadblocks in his way. Plus, we've got a little bit more actual overt violence. The last book did have quite as much. But this, as Doc is continuing his travels through the world, and you see how this conflict with Apoc is definitely coming and kind of accelerating. But Doc himself is building up his own forces of light, and his own forces of almost hope. Not so much luck, but hope. And just good. Just bring good into the world. He's able to create clerics, able to have others that can bring the word of luck out there while healing people and helping people. And that is his entire goal. So in this book, it's continuing on. He's continuing to help the gems. He's continuing to work on this community that he is building for the bestials and for the all the downtrodden. And he's continuing his alliances with David and the alliance between Luck and Trade. They've talked about how the burgeoning telephone invention, how they want to buy it out and kind of control it because there's going to be so much money involved in that. While we still have Doc's enemies pushing on him, which includes Strong Arm and a few others, but Strong Arm is the main one because at this point now Doc is he's so rich for one, but also powerful. Not just his abilities, but his his wives. They all have their own individual powers, including his elven wife Leah, who's a very famous gunfighter and warrior in her own right. Plus his bodyguards. Plus he's got alliances with the dwarven clans, with multiple dwarven clans now, as he is their shaman. And so his I guess you could say military might is continuing to grow, and he needs to call upon help and needs to call upon people with guns. They're there, and he is continuing to be able to call upon more and more as he is able to continue to push Luck's voice out there. Well, he is Luck's voice, but Luck's words out there and help people and grow, again, more alliances. The bestials are more helpful to him, and he's trying to, as he's trying to level himself up in a way so that he can get back out there to more elven tribes, to more dwarven clans, even to other countries. There's a China analog that comes into play here. There's a Russian analog that comes into play here, and he's working on sending people out to those. Well, at the same, but Strongarm is still there, and Strongarm has his own set of money and his own set of thugs. That's about the only way to really threaten Doc nowadays. In the original books, a small town sheriff could give Doc a lot of trouble because he's basically by himself. Now at this point, his connections and his power, his own personal power and wealth have grown to the point where only someone else with a lot of power and a lot of wealth are going to be able to really threaten him. That's where Strongarm comes in. Along with that, we have a personal duel that is declared between the two, and it occurs on Boxing Day. And it occurs in a ring, so they're gonna duke it out, and pretty cool just how it all goes down, how everything goes down, how every alliance goes down, how some alliances are built, how some kind of crumble as well. Even some cordial relationships dip into more of a Cold War era or a Cold War aspect. Just overall an awesome book. You guys got to check out Luck's Voice 6. But you got to check out Luck's Voice. If you haven't read any Daniel Schinhofen, I don't know what you're waiting on. But and if you haven't read the Luck's Voice series, check it out. It's a lot of fun. It's just a ton of fun. So thank you everybody for watching. We will catch you guys next time. Bye now.